Hi everyone. We are back here at GDG DevFest Ukraine 2017 edition. Right now, I have with me Britt Barak and Yonatan Levin. Uh, Britt is. You can be not serious. So Britt is an Android developer and Android Academy, and Yonatan, you're CTO and co-founder of Colgene.
Android Academy.
And Android Academy.
We both Android Academy.
Yeah. Oh, you both founded Android Academy. Cool. So I want to start with your keynote yesterday, Jonathan. Yeah, keep the mic. Keep the mic. So
Yeah, tell me, what you don't want to know about that?
the name of it was how to grow a company from 1 user to 30 million users. And like, how is it to scale a company from 1 or 2 co-founders to 1,000 engineers? What's the most, whoops, what's the, I don't know, biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge is the people, that you're working with, and to have co-founders is one of the biggest challenges. To make it work between of you.
Okay.
Because everyone have different opinion, everyone have different vision, everyone, for example, me and my co-founder,
Yeah.
he's like totally business development guy. And
Okay.
actually he 2 times, I'm a 30, so he is like 45, almost 50.
Okay.
And he's coming from the old medicine world that everyone is about the title ego and case studies, and I'm the doctor, I'm the clinician. And I'm the developer. So I'm speaking at the conference, very transparent, startups, let's try to do it.
Open source.
Completely 2 different words, and you start the company together. So where's the golden line between both 2 words? And it's create a lot of arguing. It's create a lot of frustration at the beginning till you will find a way how actually to work one with each other that it will be much more productive rather than just arguing about different which feature we need to develop or how many money we need to raise in this and round. And so I think firstly you need to find the perfect spot to be with your founder, co-founder.
What about the next 10 people you add to your company? How to, hire people?
So my perspective on hiring people is completely different from actually what acceptable in this area.
Okay.
So if you were asking at Get, we start to hire people using concept called who. So basically, its concept says that when you're looking on CV someone, if it's the CV is not standing out, if it's not some exceptional star,
Okay.
you even don't call him for interview.
Okay.
And the whole interview process is very it's not like 2-3 people manage that interview him. It's like 3 people from the same team that interviewing each other after him.
Okay.
Then the manager, then the HR, then is the team leader, then is the VP R&D, and then is the psychology guy. So it's basically every candidate.
Psychology guy.
Yeah, basically every candidate need to pass about 8 interviews.
Wow.
So it's crazy. The interviewing process is one of the longest, but it's at the end, theoretically will assure you that you will have the best talent ever. True. But the problem with that the best talent ever is not the guys that have best CV. Actually, it's never all talents that I know. They're never finished the school or they never really study something formal, and they on the paper they're not the talents. But if you will dig a little bit in their ground, you will find out that he's an amazing person. So basically, one of my first hires for the Colgene, for my startup, was the guy that when you look on his CV, say not something interesting. Yeah,
Doesn't catch.
and then I met him and I'm immediately felt something in this guy. So he was kind of shiny, kind of sitting like this, and not really open for the conversation. I gave him the homework task. I gave it at 5 p.m. At 8 a.m. already received homework ready. And it's a sign. It's a sign that he's really want to do with it something. And then I asked one of my friends that she's HR to interview her, and she came back to me and say look, or you hire him or I taking him. So yeah, we like, and then we have our investor meeting and like to also to get to know each other, and it turned out it's one of our best hires that happened.
Wow, like very fast.
Yeah.
And kind of
So basically,
chance.
we hired him not because of his skills. We hired
Okay.
because of he really made really wow impression for everyone that was meeting him.
Sure, sure. Please add.
So I kind of want to add to that.
Yeah. Please.
I'm thinking, so it's basically pretty different to the, like for the life cycle of the company and which stage are you in. I think it's very, well, on early stages of companies,
Yeah.
I think that the most important thing when you look for people is to find their passion. If they're
Okay.
passionate about what they're doing, if they're passionate about like the technology that they're gonna be engaging in, and if they're passionate maybe about the content of the company. And this story is a good sign for a passionate person, because if you know, sends you back the assignment really, really quick, it just means that he's really passionate about it.
Yeah, true.
So this is kind of the thing I think that is most important on the early stages of startups, because there is always like new things in technology. There will like always be updates and more NPIs and more like different
Every 3
platforms
months
and
changes.
right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter, like, or it less matters what he knows right now, because if he really wants to and he's really passionate about it, he will be able to learn really quickly anything, basically. This is kind of my perspective.
Okay, but during early stages, people who are in the early team, in a tiny team, they end up doing all sorts of stuff. And developers love just coding. How do you, I don't know, find people who can, so like what you're saying is that at the start you have to find people who can do anything and learn any technology in a week or day, but they will be perfect for the early stage, but maybe at a later stage you will need another people more specific with some, I don't know, experts in some field and stuff. And how do you make, I know that both of you founded Android Academy. How do you make expert Android developers?
I don't really think that we making experts. Android Academy is not about.
How it all start? How did it all start?
With the Android Academy.
Yeah.
So the story was that I had my first startup.
Okay.
And in my first startup, I founded together with my friend, and he also was developer. So we both was developers. So I wrote my first Android application for my startup.
Okay.
And it was completely mess. The application was was like juicing battery from 100 to 0 in 3 hours. But it was working. And actually, I think it was one of the first time when I literally faced the real development with the Android.
Okay.
And I really feel very passionate about that. And then, like, you want to learn more. Back then, there wasn't so many materials and courses online. Actually, it wasn't at all. And from my students' years, I remember that the best way to learn something is actually to explain someone.
Ah, okay.
So like when you sitting and you like try to explain this stuff, then actually it's kind of switch in your hand, and you're like, oh, okay. You start really to understand more. You start to dig. You start to prepare. So like, I came to a couple of my friends, buddies, and that were already experienced developer, and asked them to help me with building a course.
Okay.
Like to start a course, and we did it in Google Campus first time, and it was disaster. Like we started, it was about 30 people, and we ended about, I think, 8, something like this, finishing the course. But the process was like, from one side it was really frustrated, from the other side it was like I learned so many stuff
During building this course. Yeah.
Building this course, digging into different topics, and then like I started to work in Get. Like we closed the startup, and I started to work in Get, and then like I came to the Get as a junior, completely junior. Like I was one of the first on the Android team, and like getting an application from an outsource company in Ukraine and completely rewriting it and doing all possible mistakes ever. And then actually, I think the key feature was the passion. And then when you are so passionate about that, other people that also passionate we start to be connected one with each other.
Yeah.
So basically, when Britt came up, she took it in a whole new level of like one passionate guy can do a lot of stuff. 2, 3 times more. 3 passionate guys is like 100% difference in everything that you do. So, and Android Academy is not about growing experts. It's about allowing people without ability to learn, like someone that can afford to take courses, to get the place which will take care of you, will provide you the best knowledge from the experts, because we know the subject.
Yeah.
And we'll guide you for the way. It's not about only front goals. We're really guiding. We taking guys from different industries. We teach them, we guide them, we take mentors, and we connect mentors and the students, and they constantly mentoring them on different stuff. We're creating a hackathon to create application to get people feeling comfortable with that they capable to do and build stuff on their own, without our help.
So currently, it is not so much about growing professionals, you can say, because I don't want to say like famous course, but the biggest thing we're doing, or I don't know how to call it, but the way it started was the fundamentals course that we do for Android. And after you finish the course, you're a junior Android developer, and we help you do that. The thing is, I think that we're creating a community and a professional back for all these developers. So it's for the new developers that are just now joined and learned Android, and it's for the more experienced one. And when we put everyone together and we create the conversation, so even as a junior developer, when you know that you can, that with any technical challenge that you're going to have in your work, you're going to have the people to ask, so you're less afraid to learn more stuff or to do more stuff and to try more stuff. This is like one thing that makes professionals, because you're not afraid, and you know that you're always going to have the resources to learn new things, right? This is like a feature for professional developers. Also, the way we teach even the fundamentals course is we try to go really deep about how the system works and what's more important to learn, what's less important to learn. And I think that you take this kind of mindset even later when you start, building your career as a developer and become a professional developer. Okay, so makes sense?
Yeah. What's your ultimate goal with Android Academy? Where do you see Android Academy, I know, in 1 year, 2 years?
Answer. What you
Answer this.
Yes, please. Where do you see Android Academy in 2 years?
There are many different verticals that I can think of. So first of all, right now we're working on to renovate the new course, and we're making it like very practical and more workshops and stuff like that. So like always improving the materials that we can provide is always something. I really hope that we can scale it better, maybe do some more online stuff. We have some thought about that and different platforms. Like
having your own, new Coursera course or something like that, like Android Academy on Udacity, or how you call that?
I don't know, but for example, even if we can do stuff online, there are many platforms. It can be like very helpful to more people. Also, we are investing the time now on the mentors program that we just created. That's another way to scale everything up. and to have like more people, the mentors. We invest in the mentors, so the mentors are going to be like very professional Android developers
Yeah.
and mentors, obviously, but we can also reach more junior
People.
developers and different kinds. Also, we do a part of the fundamentals course. We have like more stuff that we do, more courses, like the designers course that we hold for designers and developers together,
Okay.
which is like I didn't hear about. I haven't heard anything like that being done anywhere.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because we want to have a shared language between developers and designers.
That's a whole another topic to talk about. Like, how do
Yeah.
you onboard people, both developers and designers, together so they work effectively and produce great content?
That's true. So so I think a great way to start is to create a conversation between them and a shared language. So this is why this series of lectures about designer, we're doing it together with developers and designers sitting next to one another. So we have this, and we have the professional course for more advanced topics and
Okay.
performance and stuff like that, that it is also pretty hard to get at other places. So there are like more topics and more like conversation between different people at the
Industries,
companies and
yeah.
industries or platforms that are very much interesting, I think, for me to talk about. And tons of more ideas. Do you want to add?
I think one of my biggest goal for Android Academy is to make it work without us.
Okay, that's interesting.
So we investing a lot in the mentors program. So basically, like there's a sentence actually where it say paid forward.
Okay.
So all our mentors is our students in the past. So like they finished the course 3-4 years ago, and today they're like paid forward by mentoring new students. And we start to make it even broader by making those mentors to present and actually to give lectures. So
Okay.
start like community night, and everyone was speaking there was our mentors, not us. And like my goal is that those mentors will self-managing the whole stuff. So basically, not me will come to them and say, "Hey, let's do this." Actually, they will come to us and say, like, "We want to organize this and this and this. Let's like how we move forward."
Yeah. Okay, maybe let's wrap it up with, I don't know, some final ideas for developers. How to become better developers.
How to become better developer?
How to become a better developer.
Yep.
I have tons of stuff to say about that,
Okay.
but I'm just gonna say, first of all, this thing is crazy. Conferences and community stuff are super important on so many levels, I think. Told you a little bit about that yesterday,
Yeah.
because I think this kind of power of being together, many people who are doing like the same thing for one another and sharing knowledge and helping one another is a great way for to evolve yourself and to be stronger and to understand your goals later and to have fun and not just
Yeah.
work, which makes everything easier.
Have fun at conferences like that.
Yeah, it's true. So it's conferences like that, and also joining a community and being very active at the community, and have any opportunity that you can to give back to the community and actually to be a part of it. And second thing, which is totally related, is be curious.
Okay.
Be curious about anything that you have that calls you, like. So it can be like, be curious about design, be curious about like different platforms or technologies, because even if you're not using it right now in your work, it's gonna like open your mind to different things, to different perspective, and it's gonna help you do your job better. the conversation that we talked before, the conversation with the developers and designers.
Yeah.
These are the things that are going to make you a better developer, I think. So if you understand designers, if you understand testers, if you understand the business a little bit, if you understand the product a little bit, that's going to make you a better developer and a better professional.
Okay. Thanks. Jonathan, you want to add something?
So it's only two things.
Okay.
One of them I already expressed on the in the keynote,
Yeah.
like to own the product.
Okay.
So I truly believe in that. That at the day then you decide that it's not just about the code. It's not so about to come to the work from 9 to 5. It's actually much more than that. And second thing is to challenge, like to challenge everything, to challenge yourself. To challenge people that you work with, to challenge what are you doing, and not to agree on the status quo that you have. Like always to challenge it. Like if you want to do something, don't ask permission, challenging, go build it. Like this is what I truly believe. Like if you're really passionate about it, just do it.
Thanks a lot. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, guys, it's good. We don't have any of those like fuzzy puzzles pauses when nobody has no idea what to say.
No, we always have something
Yeah.
to say. It's horrible.
Okay, guys, thanks for being with us. Challenge yourself and enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Britt and Yonatan. Bye-bye.